that I have as a service as an online library. And I've taken everything that I've gathered over the last 40 plus years, and each of these areas, each of these squares is literally like a shelf in my learning center that has 40 years of experience in it. And so that in itself is a tool, like Brian was saying, from the feather, and uncovering the gifts from the feather to the shovel, those things that you need to kind of unpack or unbury or uncover, and break down into pieces. I've never met a child that I couldn't teach to learn. And it's not because I'm, amazing, but it's because coming from a competitive and a water skiing background, my dad would break down a water ski trick to its smallest parts, and he would teach each part. And so, like this classroom, if you don't have anything but this classroom, $37 a month, that has everything that I've gathered over the 40 years to help get the letters and numbers going in the right direction, in the right order, which is a little tiny task or a little tiny skill that's huge, that if it's not taught, if that neurological track isn't made, it'll look like dyslexia. Now, talk about, Brian talking about the adventure and calling forth the gifts in your child and the positive. You can say dyslexia, something bad, something horrible, something that's debilitating, or you can be like, oh, NASA thinks all the dyslexic kids are super genius, and they have 50% dyslexics on their staff. They look for dyslexic children. They look for dyslexic adults. Who else, if there's a problem in space, who else, except for the gifted ones, will they literally lock in a room with everything that's up in space so they can MacGyver it, and reconfigure it, and have enough oxygen and fix the problem and come back down? You need that kind of genius. You need that kind of outside of the box, creative, innovative thinking. And so this class, right, or this library pass to the visual perceptual skills right there is gold. So each of these areas has a curriculum that I've used consistently and with throughout the years, and that has, I get 2 to 3 years growth in 6 weeks time. So you want to exercise the brain, you just want to lay those tracks, which we talked about, improve, isolate the skills, and work on those skills. And here are some of the curriculums I use to do that. And it automatically, I was told when I was doing diagnostic testing in a large, $3 million or 3 million people school district, that I actually built self-esteem in the testing process. I'm like, how can I possibly, but my facial expressions and my little comments, like, oh my goodness, if there were 100 kids standing in line, you memorize faces like at 99. Like, I don't know what you're going to do with that, but you're like gifted in recognizing faces. and that, I think, just knowing, especially a child that's been singled out and has maybe had a teacher or two say, you don't fit, you need to shape up, pay attention to me. I had one super genius dad. He used to mind map. He used to invent things in his mind from beginning to end, just in his imagination. And he was talking, when I was sharing my book with him, he was talking about how his teachers used to throw erasers at him. And his wife, now, years later, she's like, oh, because sometimes, they're going for a walk, they're doing something, all of a sudden he's gone. Well, he's mind mapping, he's planning things out. One time I went into their house, he had my whole website up on his whiteboard. Never had a conversation with me about it. He's just brilliant, genius. But here's the thing, and the power of what Brian was saying. He remembers the eraser getting thrown at him, and he picked up my book with all the letters that were reversed and forward, and he's like, I don't get it. I know my kids have seen you. I know that you've helped them tremendously. I know they're gifted, but what am I supposed to see on this page? His brain, when it saw letters and grammatical errors, auto-corrected, just like spell check. So he couldn't see anything wrong with the page that I was training the kids up on. And you know, he still had that stigma, even though he's brilliant genius, that he's different and there's something wrong. And it wasn't until a couple months later when my book was published and I was all excited and I'm like, oh, I just trademarked, 3D thinkers, gifted 3D thinkers. And then when he saw it from the different, from with his glasses of being an entrepreneur on, he's like, that's brilliant. And I was like, that's you, you're brilliant. And then he saw it, then he received it. And how crazy is that as an adult, we can hang on to a lie from our childhood that impacts our fruit and impacts the things that we're going to create and we're going to do. So that's the importance of this process. And some kids, I don't even need to provide services for. Some kids, I just test them. And just in that process, that's the breakthrough, that breakthrough that seed needs to go into their potential. And a confirmation to the parents that it's, oh yeah, I thought this. I thought I saw something. And now this person with their master's degree and all these tests, kind of verified and kind of gave me some backup and some proof that I was right. So my first level of services, is coaching at $70 a month, and if you pay in full, you'll get a free class. And let's see, I'm going to skip ahead because I am done with my time. And anyone who wants help, wants somebody to partner with to discover the genius in their child, please set up a free coaching call with me. Fill out a survey and get a free coaching call. And I'm going to have this same Zoom channel open Saturday at 7, and I can do some group coaching and go dig deeper into my services. And as a bonus for you guys, and give you some more strategies and some more things. So here is that level 1 where you get weekly coaching and you get into the classrooms that you need for that subject area for your child. And this is a do it with help because, instead of me telling you, like just what Brian was sharing tonight, I have some inventories, especially in that visual perceptual skills library, where you can go through and you can ask your child questions and you can discover your child's strengths and weaknesses. And then get a coaching call with me just for direction and accountability and to help your child reach their potential. And if you do that, that's $70 a month. If you pay that $70 a month in full, I'll include a free class, 8-week Zoom class, and I'll do the standardized testing for that class. And my next level of service is the gold level, and that's full testing and therapy, and I do the complete package, $370 a month, and reading, language arts, and math, all of the root system, all of the branches, for your child to be successfully launched in the academics, because reality is, for most children, they need to jump through the hoops and get through high school, right? And And so I can do that. I can partner with you, and I can turn the challenges into superpowers so they can get through, whatever school system they're in, and start to build those skills and build what they're going to do as a trade or a profession or a vocation. And my bonus for that $370 a month and that the full package, all of the testing, all of the root system, all of the branches, plus, so it'd be the class is 2 hours a week. And then on top of that, you get an hour of therapy to just hone in on and just target that root that needs the exact nutrition. And then you get a lifetime membership to the library. So I want to thank you. There is a future full of hope. You're just a tap away. And I want to thank my guests today. And I'm just so honored. This was so much fun. And yeah, I'm gonna end the Facebook Live and jump into www.atap-edu.com, which I'll have in the link to this video. I'll have the survey that you fill out to get a free coaching call. And then you can come on the same Zoom channel tomorrow at 7, and I'll go in depth into the different kinds of services and the different needs that your child has.
What time